You're 18. Your neighborhood is your entire world. And you already know, there are only two paths here. The first path, a factory. 6 days a week, €800 a month, and a slow death from boredom. The second path, them. Men in expensive coats who never rush. Who everyone steps aside for. You start small. You deliver envelopes. You don't ask what's inside. The first rule, silence. Level 1, associato. You're not family. You're a tool. They use you and don't notice you. €300 a night. Cash. You hold it in your hands and understand, there's no going back. They test you. A small task, frighten a debtor in an alley. You handle it. You don't blink. Level 2, soldato. They give you a name inside the family. Now you're a soldier. You have a territory. Every week you collect money from the shops on your block. The owners pay without a word. Eyes on the floor. You buy your first suit. Dark navy. Expensive. You look in the mirror and see a different man. But one night a shop doesn't pay. The capo looks at you. Waits. You know what to do. Level 3, capo. You're 26. 10 men beneath you. You answer for everything and everyone. Money comes from above and flows down. You keep just enough to stop asking questions. Your phone rings at 3 in the morning. That's normal now. You can't remember what peaceful sleep feels like. You sit in your car across from your childhood home. You watch the windows. The light is on inside. You don't go in. You thought becoming capo meant power. It meant you were now visible. And visible men get watched. The police start following you. A black sedan, always 2 blocks behind. You learn to walk like you don't notice. Your boss, the underboss, calls you in. Not by phone. In person. That means it's serious. Level 4, underboss. Not yet. First you have to prove the capo seat is yours. Someone else wants it too. His name is Marco. Older than you. More connected. He smiles at you at every meeting. You smile back. You both know. One morning Marco's car is found empty near the port. No Marco. No explanation. Nobody asks questions. Level 4, sottocapo. Underboss. Now you sit at the table where decisions are made. Real decisions. You oversee 3 crews. 40 men. The money you move in a week would take your father 10 years to earn. But the weight is different now. Every problem lands on your desk. Every mistake has your name on it. A shipment disappears in Naples. €2 million. Gone. You have 72 hours to find it or answer for it. You don't sleep for 3 days. You make calls you'll never speak of. The money is found. Most of it. The boss looks at you across the table. Just looks. You understand everything without a single word. Level 5, IL boss. It's offered to you quietly. No ceremony. No celebration. Just a nod in a dark restaurant. Now your name is spoken in whispers. Men you've never met follow your orders without question. You have everything. The house. The car. The respect. And you eat dinner alone every single night. Being the boss means you trust no one. Not your driver. Not your lawyer. Not the man who's known you 30 years. You start hearing things. Whispers that one of your capos is talking to the federal prosecutor. You don't react. You listen. It's Enzo. Your oldest soldier. The man who taught you how to fold a pocket square. He's been talking for 8 months. You sit across from him at Sunday dinner. You pour his wine. You laugh at his jokes. He has no idea you know. 3 days later Enzo doesn't show up to a meeting. He never misses meetings. Everyone at the table goes quiet. The FBI raids your restaurant on a Tuesday morning. 17 agents. They take the books, the phones, the backroom safe. Your lawyer is there in 40 minutes. You say nothing. You have said nothing your entire life. You're not starting now. But the indictment is 42 counts. They have recordings, dates, names, Someone gave them everything. You're released on bail. 5 million euros. You walk out into the sunlight and it feels wrong. Too bright. Too open. One by one your men stop answering calls. The ones who stay are the ones with nowhere else to go. Your son calls you for the first time in 3 years. He saw the news. He doesn't say he loves you. He asks if you're okay. You sit in the same car. Outside the same house. The light in the window is off this time. It's been off for years. The trial starts in the fall. The courtroom is cold. You wear the dark navy suit. The first one you ever bought. The verdict takes the jury 4 hours. You already knew. You knew the moment Enzo poured his own wine that night. Guilty. 32 years. You stand up straight. You don't let them see your hands shake. That's the last thing you control. The cell is 3 meters by 2. You've measured it with your feet. You do it every morning. Prison has its own hierarchy. You knew that before you arrived. Within a week, everyone knows who you are. They give you respect here too. A corner table in the cafeteria. First in line. Old habits in new places. But respect in here is worth nothing. It doesn't open doors. It doesn't bring back what you lost. You get 1 phone call per week. You call your lawyer. Never your son. You don't know what to say to him. Letters come sometimes. You read them alone at night. Most are from people who want something. One is from your sister. Your sister writes that your mother asks about you. She's 81. She still lights a candle for you every Sunday. You stare at the ceiling and try to remember the last time you sat with your mother at her kitchen table. You can't. Level 6. Inmate 74831. No title. No crew. No territory. Just a number on a gray uniform. A younger man challenges you in the yard on a Wednesday. He wants to make a name for himself. You don't move. 2 of your old soldiers are in the same prison. They nod at you from across the yard. That's all. Just a nod. You start reading. History books mostly. You have 32 years and nothing but time. You read about Rome. About empires that fell. Your lawyer visits every 3 months. The appeals are going nowhere. The recordings were clean. The evidence was perfect. At night you hear a man crying 2 cells down. Every night. After 6 months you stop noticing. Year 1 is done. 31 left. You make a mark on the wall with your thumbnail. Then you stop. Too many marks to make. Year 3. Your mother died in February. They let you attend the funeral in handcuffs. 2 guards stood beside you at the grave. You didn't cry at the funeral. You cried that night alone in your cell for the first time in 40 years. Your son came to the funeral. You saw him across the grave. He looked like you at 30. He didn't come to you. You understood. A new boss has taken your place on the outside. Young. Aggressive. Already making mistakes you would never have made. Word reaches you that 3 of your old capos are dead. The new boss moves fast and thinks slow. The family is bleeding. Someone sends you a newspaper clipping. Your old restaurant is now a tourist cafe. White tablecloths. Flowers on the tables. Year 5. A young prosecutor visits you. She wants information on the new organization. You listen politely. You say nothing. She comes back 4 more times. Each time you offer her coffee from your small personal supply. Each time you say nothing. But you think about it that night. For the first time in your life you think about talking. You hate yourself for thinking it. Your lawyer brings news. Your son got married. You weren't invited. There's a photo. She's beautiful. He looks happy. He looks free. You put the photo under your mattress. You take it out every night before sleep. Every morning you put it back. Year 7. A man from the new organization arrives in your prison. He brings a message. The new boss wants your blessing. You sit across from him at the visitor table. You drink your coffee. You say nothing. He leaves with nothing. That night you feel something you haven't felt in years. Not power. Not money. Just the quiet satisfaction of still being yourself. Year 8. You wake up and realize you stopped counting the days. You don't know if that's peace or surrender. Year 12. A new inmate arrives. 22 years old. Reminds you of yourself. You tell him to find another path. He doesn't listen. You watch him make every mistake you made. The posturing. The alliances. The small cruelties. You say nothing more. Your eyesight starts going. You request glasses. They arrive 3 months later. Everything is sharper now. Too sharp. Too clear. Year 15. Halfway. You don't celebrate. There's nothing to celebrate. You just sit and let the day pass like any other. Your lawyer dies of a heart attack in October. His son takes over the case. He's younger, less experienced. You feel genuinely alone. The new lawyer visits. He's nervous. You make him coffee. You tell him to slow down. He reminds you of Enzo. You end the meeting early. A priest starts coming on Sundays. You don't believe in God, but you talk to him anyway. He's the only one who asks nothing from you. The priest asks you once if you have regrets. You sit with the question for a long time. You say, only one. He doesn't ask which one. Year 17. Your son writes you a letter. First one in 14 years. 3 sentences. He has a daughter. Her name is Sophia. She has your eyes. You read the letter 40 times that day. You memorize every word. That night you sleep better than you have in 17 years. You write back. It takes you 2 weeks to finish 1 page. Every word feels enormous. You keep it simple. You say you're proud of him. He writes again 6 weeks later. Longer this time. He tells you about his work. His apartment. Sophia's first steps. Normal things. Beautiful things. Year 19. A guard you've known for 11 years retires. He shakes your hand on his last day. You're surprised by how much it means. You realize you know every crack in your cell wall. Every sound the building makes at night. This place has become the only home you know. Year 20. You're 58 years old. 12 years left. Outside your granddaughter is learning to walk. Inside you are learning to be still. Year 23. Your son visits for the first time. He sits across the glass and neither of you speaks for the first minute. That minute says everything. He looks like a man now. Steady. Calm. Built from something solid. You realize he built himself that way on purpose. Away from you. He brings a photo of Sophia. 4 years old. Dark eyes. Serious face. She's holding a toy cat and looking directly at the camera like she owns it. You laugh. Actually laugh. It comes out strange, like a sound you forgot you could make. Your son looks surprised. Then he laughs too. You talk for 40 minutes. About nothing important. The weather. His car. A film he saw. It's the best conversation of your life. He leaves without looking back. You watch the door close. You sit at that table for 10 more minutes before the guard tells you to move. Year 25. A journalist requests an interview. He wants to write about organized crime. About your life. You decline without reading his letter fully. But that night you think, what is your life worth if no one ever knows the truth of it? Not the legend. The truth. Year 26. You're granted early release review. Good behavior. Age. Health concerns. Your heart has been irregular for 2 years. You sit before the parole board. 5 people in suits. You answer every question in 1 sentence. Clean. Direct. No performance. They deny the release. Insufficient remorse. You walk back to your cell. You sit down. You feel nothing. That worries you more than anger would. Year 28. Your son brings Sophia to visit. She's 9. She sits across the glass and stares at you with those dark, serious eyes. She asks you what you did. Your son starts to answer. You stop him. You look at her and say, I made choices that hurt people. That's the truth. She thinks about this for a moment. Then she nods. Like she's filed it away somewhere. Like she understands more than she should at 9. You watch them walk away through the corridor window. Sophia turns back once and waves. Small hand. Quick wave. Like it costs her nothing. Year 32. The door opens. Not a cell door. The main door. The one you haven't seen from this side in 32 years. The air outside smells different. You forgot that. Air has a smell when there's no concrete around it. You stand still for a moment and just breathe. Your son is waiting in the parking lot. He's 51 now. Gray at the temples. He's holding car keys and looking at his shoes. You walk to him. You don't hug. You stand close. He says, "I'm parked over here." You follow him. That's enough. The city has changed completely. Buildings you don't recognize. Signs in languages that weren't here before. Everyone is looking at a small screen. You pass your old neighborhood. You ask him to slow down. You look at the streets from the window. Nobody there knows your name anymore. Your old restaurant is a hotel lobby now. Glass doors. A doorman in a red jacket. You watch it for 10 seconds. Then you look away. He takes you to a small apartment he prepared. 1 bedroom. A window with a view of a garden. A kitchen with food already in it. You sit at the kitchen table. He makes coffee. You drink it together in silence. It's the most normal thing you've done in 32 years. He has to leave for work. He apologizes. You tell him not to. You mean it completely. He pauses at the door. He says, "Sophia wants to meet you." You're alone in the apartment. You walk through every room slowly. You touch the walls. You open and close the window 3 times. You sit by the window and watch the garden below. A woman is reading. 2 children are running. A dog is sleeping in the sun. Nobody is watching you. Nobody is waiting for a decision. Nobody needs anything from you. You don't know what to do with that. You think about all of it. Every level. Every choice. Every man you were. Every man you could have been. The math doesn't balance. You close your eyes. The sun is on your face. Somewhere below, Sophia is waiting to meet her grandfather. You have one chance to be someone different. You open your eyes.